Welcome to the Shadow of the Shillelagh. Friday the 13th meets St. Patrick's lore on a whimsical, slightly eerie, gothic green night. In the damp, emerald heart of the Whispering Woods lived a leprechaun named Finnegan, odd even by leprechaun standards. While his cousins polished coins and hid from nosy cobblers, Finnegan sought out moon shadows and trading tales with owls. He was, after all, a triskaidekaphile, a lover of the number 13. Gold meant nothing to Finnegan. He collected curiosities found only on the unluckiest night, and tonight was a rare March Friday the 13th. The mist didn't just lie low. It writhed, curling around the standing stones like green smoke from a wizard's pipe. The air tasted of moss and ancient rain. Finnegan perched atop a toadstool, his waistcoat a dark shade of plum, boots swinging, eyes fixed on the silver pocket watch ticking toward the fated hour. All at once the forest stilled. No cricket chirped, not a single leaf dared to flutter. Finnegan felt the hush crawl up his spine, a sign, he knew, that magic was thickening. And from the fog emerged a giant hare, fur gleaming like silvered frost, one gleaming eye in the middle of its forehead, the one-eyed hare of Logallee. Now this was no ordinary beast, related to the puka, a trickster spirit, half shadow, half moonlight. The hare paused before the ring of stones. A single black shadow cast 4-leaf clover clamped in its jaws. Such a clover grew only when the moon was high and the calendar was wrong. The hare inclined its head. "A trade, Finnegan?" Its silent voice sounding inside of Finnegan's mind like dry leaves scraping old tombstones. Finnegan grinned, unafraid. "Only if you're not after a pot of gold. I deal in rarer things." He fished in his pocket, withdrawing a silver thimble filled with the laughter of a ghost and a single glossy raven's feather. He set them on a flat stone between them. The hare's nose twitched. It dropped the blackened clover beside the thimble, eyes twinkling with mischief. "Oh, for what you've given, I'll add a whisper of wildness to your step," the hare murmured, soundlessly, already fading into the swirling mist. "Just beware the 13th step." Finnegan tucked the charred clover into his hatband. He didn't feel unlucky, he felt powerful. While the rest of the world hid from broken mirrors and black cats, Finnegan knew a secret. On Friday the 13th, the luck of the Irish doesn't run out. It slips into the shadows, turns midnight green, and waits for the brave. For those who aren't afraid of the dark, it's the luckiest day of the year. Finnegan held the clover, its edges inky as a moonless night, and hopped off his toadstool. The mist seemed thicker now, swirling around his boots, urging him onward. He recalled the hare's warning, "Beware the 13th step." Curiosity, Finnegan's truest treasure, prickled at his chest. He counted aloud as he walked, boots sinking into the moss. 1, 2, 3. At the 12th step, the world seemed to hush even further. The standing stones leaned in as if they too were listening. Finnegan hesitated, heart thumping. Then with a wink to the moon and a tilt of his hat, he took the 13th step. The ground gave a subtle shiver. Suddenly, color leached from the wind. Greens paling to silver, time itself slowing to the rhythm of his heartbeat. In this in-between, Finnegan saw shadows flicker. Old leprechauns, ghostly cobblers, even the glint of coins never found. Laughter echoed wild and lonely. But Finnegan, triskaidekaphile and collector of curiosities, only grinned wider. He tipped his hat to the gathering shadows, then spun on his heel, stepping back into the world of moss and moonlight. When the mist cleared, Finnegan was gone, but a faint path of clover blooms, 13 exactly, marked where luck had turned midnight green and a leprechaun had danced between the worlds. And so it is, even now on every Friday the 13th. If you walk the Whispering Woods and count your steps, you might feel the air turn strange around the 13th. If you're lucky, or unlucky, you'll hear Finnegan's laughter echoing just out of sight, where the real magic lives. Jehina du atrula jagun sodwet. Happy Friday the 13th to you. And now keep watching as we drop in on Finnegan and the hare.
Only if you're not after a pot of gold. I deal in rarer things, a thimble full of a phantom's giggle and a raven's midnight feather.
For what you've given, I'll add a whisper of wildness to your step. Just beware the 13th step.
Done, my single-eyed friend.